Ladies, is happiness more important than your duty? This is a good question.
What?
Let's go around
Hold
with
on.
this. I'll say it again. Let's start with you. Julie, is happiness more important than your duty?
What?
Right. As a part.
No,
As
so we know duty. It's just your duties, period.
No.
We're speaking about
Happiness doesn't
relationships.
equal duty.
Speaking about relationships.
It doesn't always. No, it doesn't always equate.
Okay, so-
yeah, so no, it doesn't. What is he freaking
So
asking
I'll say it
again?
again. Is happiness more important to your Is happiness more important to your duties
No.
in a relationship?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
What about you?
No.
Okay. What about you?
You said it was my happiness.
Is your happiness more important than your
Your
duties?
duties as a wife in a relationship or a girlfriend in a relationship.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, shit.
no, I agree with you in a way, yes, but
Be
after-
honest. There's
Just
no,
answer
I'm being
yes or no.
honest. I'm nothing but honest. So when you be thinking I'm lying, that's crazy. But I just think that after so long, of me doing these duties and like just doing it and expecting to be happy and I'm not, then somewhere along the line I'm gonna think about my happiness because I'm no longer waking up happy-go-lucky. To do
Okay,
these
so
things.
happiness is more important than
Yeah.
your duties. What about you?
Yes. Because if I'm being honest,
You know what I mean?
if I'm not happy, I'm gonna continue to do my. This is the conversation we was all having earlier when Cooley
we
brought
know.
it up, right? But I never had to make my point because I disagreed with her. If I'm unhappy, I'm still gonna continue to do my duties, right?
Okay.
Right.
Damn.
What about you?
I did that, yeah. Like
No, I didn't finish
I
it,
put
okay.
my happiness, I put my duties over my happiness. So I would say yeah.
yeah, what? That your happiness is more important than your duties?
If I'm not happy, I can't do
Okay,
my duties.
okay.
That was my
Is
point.
your happiness
That was my
contingent
point.
upon his duties?
That's what I said.
No.
Let's go to her.
No, they're not. It would take a long period of time for me to stop doing what I am having to do as a woman for me to get to that point.
I'm not saying I'm gonna stop. I'm just saying I'm gonna be a whole lot happier with a smile on my face. Hell, he's gonna love it. I'm gonna love it here. But if I'm not happy, we're both gonna hate it here. But you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna get your plate of food, but you're just not gonna love it here.
Okay, so
What
like
if
I
he's
was
happy
saying,
with
like
it?
I was
That's what
trying to
leads to
say,
cheating.
you're unhappy, but you're gonna still continue to do your duties, like
Yeah.
cook, clean, but there's no love in that.
That's the
Yeah,
error
there's
of
no
it.
love.
There's no love in that.
There's no love in it.
But
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
was trying to
still
say
do
earlier.
it to
So-
make you happy.
And the man's gonna know that. He's gonna feel
right.
that.
You're gonna know I'm doing
Listen,
it to make
ladies.
you happy.
She stops playing
I
with your
think that
ears.
you have it all backwards.
Damn, that's crazy.
You have it all backwards. And let me speak to you, young ladies, because you said something. There's no love if you're not happy.
Right. That's what
Let
I
me
said.
finish.
That's what I said.
Listen, let's unpack this.
That's what
Just
I said.
let's unwind this out. When I speak slow, I'm kind of trying to get y'all in engaged more, right? So, because it'd be chaotic sometimes. So, think about what you just said, and it's backwards. And it really doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
You say that there's no love if there isn't any happiness.
How is that backwards?
Let me ask you a question. It's a rhetorical question. I'm going to answer it for you, ladies, right?
Okay.
How can you even measure what love is if there isn't any duty?
Why?
Listen, think about this. Are you capable? No human being is capable of measuring love without any duty, without any action. So to say that there cannot be any love if there isn't any happiness, that's just a lie. There cannot be any love. Listen, there cannot be any love if there isn't any duty. That's the fact. That's the
But it's
fact.
conditional.
No,
Your
but
love for
listen.
your
I understand
But
what you're
listen, what I'm saying. That's the fact. Action. In order to experience love, you must take action. You get what I'm saying? Happiness is a feeling, and not only that, happiness is fleeting. It comes and goes. You're in an emotional state.
Right.
You can never sustain happiness forever.
Right.
Like
Not
no,
all the time.
especially women. Y'all chicks wake up every day a different person.
Right.
Right? You wake up Kayla, you wake up
Mariah.
I feel personally attacked.
Nikki, like Myra, you wake up different people all the time. So
I think
let
it's
that
more
sink
so
in.
different emotions
But when you're
rather than
happy and
different
in love,
people.
you just
Women
want to
just need
do.
to take a nap.
When you're
That's what-
happy and you're
okay.
in love, you just want to do.
No, can I say
I'm trying to
something?
get deep, man.
No, I agree with
But-
him. No, wait, because I agree with him. I agree with him because at the end of the day, just because you're unhappy
Right.
doesn't mean you don't not love your man.
Right, I agree with her. Thank you.
So what that means is if you're taking the love out of what your duty is, That's untrue. There's still love in there because if there wasn't love, you wouldn't be doing your duty.
So
You're just doing
with
it
that,
unhappy.
So with
Right.
that being said,
So I understand.
if you're gonna stop your duties as a wife in the relationship
That means you're
because
not
you're
in
not happy, that means you're not in
But
love.
we didn't say we were gonna stop it. We're
Yeah.
just
He's
gonna
saying the
happen.
reverse.
No,
No,
because-
he's saying the
that's
reverse.
That means you're not in
Yeah.
love. If you stop
Yeah.
your duties as a wife, that means you're not
You're
in love.
not in love
You don't
because
love
hold on,
yourself.
stop, hold on.
That's what I just
This
said.
thing
That
about
wasn't the
our
question.
parents, we get our parents upset sometimes, but they still what?
Do for
love
us
us.
because they
Pay
love
the
us.
That's
bills.
unconditional
Take care of
love.
us.
That's unconditional love. That's
And
for
if
your
you really
children
love your
and
man,
parents.
that's unconditional.
No.
Yes.
It's this.
No.
Yes.
Look,
You know
stop,
why?
stop,
Marriage
stop,
is a
stop.
So when your man cheats on
Yo,
you,
real quick.
it's unconditional
I know,
love.
real
You're
quick,
not
We're
dealing
not
with
doing
it.
cheating. No,
Ladies,
that's
not the
different.
same.
We're not
That's not the
con-
same.
Ladies,
Listen.
just land his plane.
Sorry.
Listen,
Oh my God, it's
listen.
on. Yeah.
If you stop doing your duties as a woman for your husband while you're unhappy, you're not in love. For example, it's the same. That love is the same as your parents. We get our parents upset all the time. We've done things that our parents don't approve of at all.
They still
But
wash
what?
our laundry, cook us food, they pay the rent, take care of us.
But I didn't say stop. I
Because
said you're
I'm
doing it
Because like,
unhappy.
look, because
That's what I said.
if I'm in a relationship with one of you guys and you guys did something that pissed me off, but I still come home and bring you your favorite food or
I'm
pay
paying the
the
rent.
bills
Yeah.
or
That's what we're saying.
you,
We're
you
not
know what I'm
stopping.
saying?
Yeah,
but,
we're not
but remember,
stopping.
I'm unhappy. So, so some of what
I
some
get
of
what
you
you're
saying are is if I'm unhappy, I'm going to stop doing my duties.
No. We didn't say that.
Okay,
We're not
so
saying
You're
that.
doing it
Not-
unhappy.
not- they switched the tone of
Yeah.
what they were saying.
I don't know where we are right now.
No,
That
okay,
was-
so I feel like it was my
Yeah, yeah.
original comment.
Yeah,
My
that's-
original comment was, I may be unhappy, but I'm going to continue to
To
do
do my
my
duties.
duties.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But there will be no love in it. And now that you
And
both
she said the same
explained-
thing, too. I just didn't believe her.
But now that you both explain, right?
That's what it was.
Now that you both explain, I understand what you're saying
Yeah.
because I agreed. If you really love someone, you're going to continue to do your duties if you're unhappy.
Yeah.
Once that love is gone, the duty is gone. And I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I
That's
agree
what
with that
we were
too.
saying.
I
That's
Okay,
what we
so
were saying.
let me get
we
to the
had
super
get there,
chats.
but we got there.
I
Because
agree what you're
it's
saying.
we going on 12:40. All right, so we got Pedro,
about 3 to 4.
Pedro, sends him $5. Men have the monopoly on force. If we really had a rule of thumb, would feminisms have still happened? Man, that's a deep question. It may
Say
be
that
not.
again?
It may not be enough time to. I'll ask the ladies. Let's start with
Don't start with me.
Start with me.
I'm gonna do you last. I'm gonna start with Lauren.
Thank you.
Get her
What's
to
the question
engage.
again?
I got you. So here's the question: Men have the monopoly on force. You know what that means? Okay.
Brief explanation.
So, meaning that like rights equals force. You only have
Like power?
well, not just power in a
Trying to
sense.
say
Yeah,
men
but-
have the full power.
Well, think about like rights. Rights is just a construction of the mind, right? And then since rights is a construction, like we have these laws, it's on paper, but before it's on paper, it comes from the mind. When it's on paper, we can just crumble that paper up and no one can adhere to it. So meaning that someone has to enforce what's on that piece of paper, what came from the mind. And men have the physical strength to enforce what's on that paper. We are the only gender that can enforce the law because we are physically capable. If someone breaks the law, we can enforce consequences on those people, and that consequences, which would be put them in jail, they go to prison, X, Y, Z. Women can't do that, and they can't do it for men. Like women can't grant men rights because they can't protect men like men can protect women. So he's saying that men have the monopoly on force, meaning that all the rights that you have, like the right to vote, the right for an abortion, all of these things all came
to
from
work.
men. Even the right to work.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
Came from a man.
just us three in here alone, me and him, if we didn't ever want y'all to leave this building, if there wasn't any men to save y'all, y'all wouldn't leave this building. Truthfully, truth
There's
be
6
told.
of us. There's 3 of
Exactly.
you.
Actually, there's more than
No.
6 of us.
Yeah, like listen, no. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
He said, "Not this
This
situation."
this is actually a real thing. I'm 6'4", benching 310 on my good days with the shoulder right, 315.
We have an
He's
army
6
drill.
foot. He's 6'4" as well.
I don't have my gun.
Strong.
What you
I'm
betching?
6'3".
What y'all betching though?
I'm 6'3".
Nigga,
No, you're not.
Get the camera.
He said he's 5'2".
This nigga 4'11".
Nigga, my age. Fuck you, nigga, my height.
Nah, but what the point is, let's get to the
Why
point,
they messing
right?
with your height like you childish?
Nah, he brought it up and you tried to get for him. Stop playing.
I did. That's how you were.
Ladies, look, the point is what he's saying is, let's see if we can get an answer. Now, since you understand force, right? Meaning that all your rights come from men. Men grant rights and we enforce it. So men have the monopoly on force. If we really had a rule of thumb, would feminism have still happened?
So if men have a rule of thumb, would feminism
Still
still
have
have
happened?
happened? No, I'm not, because men have the overall say. From your explanation.
Okay, what about you?
I agree, because at the end of the day, based off of what you said about women, we supposed to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Clearly, our voice matters.
All right.
So
What about
there's
you?
that.
I don't even know if I want to answer that because they don't keep attacking me on this.
Go ahead, do it, Taurus.
I agree with all of them. You know I do.
All right, what about you?
I'm sorry.
She's gonna disagree with all of us.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So men have the monopoly on the force. If men really had the rule of thumb, would feminism have still happened?
I think this is the only thing we all agree with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait.
I think we all
Hold on.
agree.
I think I'm misunderstanding. If in terms of like the patriarchy, like if the patriarchy still had a chokehold on
Think a little bit.
Because when I think of
Reword
monopoly,
it.
You're
I think
almost
of-
there.
I think of like big businesses taking over small businesses.
Okay,
that's
fair
what
enough.
I think of. When a
Okay,
monopoly
well,
is
what?
that way.
Yeah, it's all of it, right? But I mean, I think you gave your answer. That's fine.
Yeah,
agree?
Feminists killed everything, bro. I don't like feminists, and
Yeah.
y'all mess it up for everything. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like
No, I agree with that.
women
enough.
women
But
had
isn't
no.
that feminine?
I don't think women
It's
should
not.
be in
It's
PD.
different
I don't think
feminism.
women
Yeah.
should make
Okay. Trying to be equal.
legislation.
Wait, hold
Okay.
That.
Because women will impede. I work in
Ladies, real quick.
I work in EMS, and I tell you right now, the male cop is doing more of the restraining than the female cop is. She got to back up because she's going to get hurt.
Yep.
So they're basically working on their own. Same thing with fire. Women should not be in the fire department because a fire lifts. That's what we call them for. They're not going to be able to lift a Jolly Green Giant. You
I
know what I
get
mean?
it. I
Women
do.
should not be in legislation. I don't feel like
Okay,
there should be a female
that-
president. Because again, women are just emotional. You know what I mean? It doesn't. And at the end of the day, too, like men have more logic than women do. So I hope that answered the question. I don't have a fever. I was a liberal. I'm telling you guys, I was a liberal, but
You woke up.
I woke
You
up.
woke up out of it.
Me and East
Good.
had this conversation. I woke up out of the nonsense because at the end of the day, women need to be at home, be with the kids. They shouldn't be out. That's why chivalry is dead, because you women think that,
I agree if we have a strong
You're boxed
leader,
up.
but again, like she said, they're not being raised into strong leaders. We have boys, not men.
We have feminine women
That's
raising men.
why you have women trying to be firefighters and
They're
freaking
trying-
cops.
That was a good one.
Come on, you know this.
Did that kind of
Is-
answer
That-
the question?
yeah,
a
yeah,
little
thank
bit?
you.
with
I was a
her.
bit confused.
Let me go with you, Julie. Just let me get an answer. Since men have the monopoly on force, if men had the rule of thumb, would feminism still have happened?
No.
No. Okay. Cool. So the truth is that it's both answers.
You forgot, Chloe.
Oh,
Yeah, you said she was last. Damn.
go ahead.
It's okay. No, I believe feminism wouldn't have been a thing, personally, because men would have still have the rule of thumb.
Yeah. So it's actually both, right? Here's the trueness of it, right? Let me explain it to you. Feminism is only here because of men. Like men granted. So if we bring it back a little bit, right? How feminism started. How things start, it's in the mind first. Influence creates thinking, thinking creates behavior. So if we look back in 1903, that's when the suffragettes started and their movement, and which was they looked at the nuclear family and the patriarchy as being oppressive to them. So then they started complaining and making some noise. But they knew that if women actually voted on being in the workforce and having the right to vote, they knew that women would vote against it. And they actually knew this because they would go out and do their little marches and their little events, and women would be disagreeing with them all the time. Like, no, I don't want to be working in the coal mines and these things and taking a man's position. I want to be at home raising my kids and, doing little secretary stuff or in a daycare. Women always have jobs. They always had jobs, always since the beginning of time. You never not had a job. That's crazy. Why wouldn't you? Another person. You can walk. You got limbs. Why won't we put you to work? You always worked. So those things are just lies. But to be equal in the workforce as a man, that's what feminism was fighting for, because they wanted to be independent from the man. They viewed, once again, the patriarchy and the nuclear family as being oppressive. So the only reason why women got the right to vote, which is the 19th Amendment, is because the government just allowed it. Non-government organizations, a lot of NGOs, funded these feminist organizations, this feminist idea, and they made it happen. So the government just granted women the 19th Amendment. Women didn't actually vote on this, and the feminists knew that women would actually vote against having the right to vote, because women knew their place in society and they were happy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's the truth of it. So would feminism still have existed without women? I would say that, well, men are the ones that gave them the rights anyway. Here's the thing when it comes to men having the monopoly on force. They can grant your rights, but they can also take them away.
I was going to ask that.
They can grant rights, but they can also, so it's actually both. So it all depends on the man. Like if the man wants to say, you know, if enough men are influenced or whatever to, you know, want to, or they not even influenced, they're just like, yeah, let's just give them some rights, yes. Or if they're like collectively, no, we're not giving them any rights. They can grant it and take it away. So that's the meaning of having the monopoly on force. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.